All right, here we go. Happy Friday afternoon, everybody. Nicole and I are back for round 20 at Inglewood PD. Nicole just got done filing an appeal for the bullshit ticket they gave her, where they claimed she was parked on the sidewalk, and apparently that's why they ultimately had to tow her RV. So, for those of you just joining, there's been videos on this issue, and the Inglewood PD has been giving us the runaround. We're going to see how responsive they are or aren't today. Hi, we're back.
Okay.
So, who from command staff is here today?
Go back out these doors, pick up that black phone, and ask dispatch to call somebody down. Because I'll literally be trying to hunt someone down in the building because I'm not sure who's here today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just wait here, huh? Oh,
Okay.
yeah, here we go. She knows they're gonna just give the runaround. Hey, Cliff, thank you very much. Hi, we're down in the lobby, and we need to speak to someone in command staff to an issue that I've been trying to resolve for several days with command staff here for towing of Nicole's camper. So we have a property issue, and it's an emergency. So my first name is Regan. Benson. Thank you. How long will it take? Any ideas? I mean, I'm going to keep calling until somebody comes down here. So I'll call you back in like 10 minutes if I don't see anyone. Well, then tell them to get down here. I'm not calling 911, and I was told to call you guys by the front desk. So they keep giving me the runaround, so please tell them they need to come down here. Thank you. I appreciate it. Bye. Yeah, don't fucking tell me not to call you back. Shit. He's telling me he'll see what he can do. So, yeah, let's get caught up on this story. Well, they've had time to put up a fuck me blue Christmas tree. Look at this pathetic thing. What the give me a break. Merry Christmas, Nicole, from the Inglewood Police Department. We've ripped you off. We know that you need your property to survive, but you were parked on a sidewalk, and you really weren't. We even submitted the pictures, and it showed that you weren't. But we went ahead and arrested you for an old traffic warrant out of Arvada, and then we impounded your RV, stole your trailer. We fought like hell to get our RV back because apparently since the Inglewood Police Department has no contract with Dix gets to do whatever they want with her property. So I was here 2 days ago, and Nicole was dealing with her RV. We got it out of impound 3 nights ago, and Dix told her that there might be something wrong with her brakes and that they were going to help her out when she went to drive it out, and they were going to check that brake line and make sure everything was okay. Well, it was fine for the first mile that she drove it, and now she's broken down with a, what do you think it is?
I'm not sure. He suggested that I had bad brakes when I went to pick it up. It worked for the first, I don't know, mile or so, and then it's something with brake lines. My brake fluid's all over my tires and in the ground. It's like puddles. And I have no brakes.
So she has no brakes on her RV. Her whole RV had been tossed. All of the outside compartments had been gone through.
Yep.
Dix still has her trailer. There seems to be an issue with them now wanting almost $700 for this separate tow. There was some discussion 2 days ago when we were in here that someone called over at Dix and they told whoever called that there was a hold on that trailer. Nicole called today. There's no hold on the trailer, but they want $700. So she asked them what it would take just to get her stuff out. They can, I guess, I think Nicole's pretty much willing to abandon the trailer. She needs her generator. She needs her survival gear out of that trailer. And they're going to steal her property. So that woman is making a call as well to talk to someone. So,
I should put in a call too.
well, I put in the call and I said it was in regards to you. They're not going to come down here and talk to us. I can almost guarantee it. So the next thing we need to do before we leave is go back to the window and request the inventory that they've taken that's per their policy. So we can't understand how it's come to be that government can have some agreement. And these are the facts. I did a records request and we got a response from Inglewood that Dix and the Inglewood Police Department are operating on agreement and best practice. So apparently they've been agreeing for quite some time to just go ahead and take people's property and maybe give it back, maybe not, do whatever they want with it, have a poker game with it, steal it. We don't know. We can't get any answers. So I think it's best if some PUC complaints start getting filed. And I think we have a link.
And this is what they're doing now.
Look at this so far. Okay, so then those of you, I don't know, you guys didn't see this, but in my community section, if you go to my community tab on my channel, I made a post yesterday and I told the story about Nicole. Because here's what's happening now. She's parked in Denver District 4 because that's where friends are that can help her. And one of the last things she was told when she left Dix was that she better get out of the area because they talk. Well, sure as shit, McGregor, remember good old McGregor boy, little bitch boy from District 4, he showed up within 12 hours of her being over there and stuck this seizure notice.
That was McGregor.
Here's McGregor.
That was with that.
Will be towed.
Just put him over
Right.
with that.
Yeah, I was there. I watched him do this, and while the video isn't set to public, it is available by link, so you can go watch that video on the community tab under the last post I made. So now McGregor is claiming, and he's sure got the VIN. He's got no problem on that. That she owes $910. And refer to this citation number. So this was probably some parking ticket made up into an outrageous fine. So they're threatening to seize her vehicle now over in Denver. Lucinator, hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't want you to miss that either. Make one of those for me over here, please.
And this is what I've been dealing with. I've been saving all of these, what they post on my RV, the 3D abandoned vehicle notice.
Yeah, this
I've
is how
been
many
saving-
times she's moved.
And then, I think there's McGregor's on a few of them.
Oh, I'm sure McGregor's on half of those.
That one. I've been through
Hi. Who are you?
I am Sergeant McGrath. We've met before.
Sergeant McGrath. Yeah, we have.
Been a bit.
So we've got an issue.
Yeah.
Are you aware of what's going on?
In a nutshell, yeah.
Okay. So 2 days ago, I was in here, talked to Lieutenant Jose. He said he was going to make some calls over to Dick's Towing and come back out here and talk to me. Well, he didn't do that.
Okay.
He sent Quizino out here,
Kuzno.
who knew nothing, and then he left the building. Jose left the building. So I was told by Quizino to come back the next day, which would have been yesterday. We didn't do that because Nicole's trying to take care of her business. So we're back here today because we still have this issue with Dick's Towing holding her property. So
What's on the trailer?
she's got, go ahead.
What's in it or on it? What do you mean?
It's a trailer that was attached to the RV when they towed it,
Yeah.
right? You're aware of that?
Yeah, and somebody said the VIN has been altered on it or
We don't.
something.
Yeah, so,
I don't know. It was, you know, this is what the trailer, and it shows it was attached. This is my ticket for parking.
so if the VIN has
No,
been
right.
altered, you guys didn't document any of that when it was towed.
It didn't even get a ticket for no plates on my trailer either. It just my RV.
Do you have any paperwork for the trailer?
I have a bill of sale. It's not notarized. That's all I have.
I see it.
I don't have it with me.
Okay.
They're,
that would be
they're
a great
requesting
help.
for, the bill of sale to be notarized. That's what proves ownership.
So the VIN doesn't seem to be an issue anymore. So is the VIN an issue or is it not?
Well, I don't know the answer. to
You
that.
see, so we got an issue because her survival gear is in that trailer. She just got off the phone with Dick's. They want $700 for that trailer.
Separate tow.
And they're calling it a separate tow. You guys hold the authority to call Dick's and tell them to give her property. If you guys want the trailer, keep the goddamn trailer. Give her her survival gear, please.
Can you describe what the gear is?
I have 2 generators in there. One's my friend's. I have an 8-burner grill. I have a kerosene a heater. I have my tools, my plumbing tools. What else is in there? My big, huge cover for my RV covers in there also. That takes up most of the space in there.
But you guys would know this because you're supposed to do an inventory.
And I also have
That's the other thing that
trailer
has
taillight.
fallen through the cracks. You guys have a policy that says you or your designee is going to do inventory of everything in her vehicles, which never happened with her RV, although her RV was tossed inside and out. All her compartments outside had been gone through.
They're open
Her
right
brake
back there.
line just magically just doesn't work anymore.
I'm sure that you have talked to Lieutenant Jose about that.
No, because he never came back to show his face. So is he here?
No.
Yeah, of course he's not. And the way that internal affairs and investigations are being handled in this department is a worthless endeavor. I don't care. You guys are operating horribly. She needs her stuff. If you got to call Chief Watson to tell him to call over there and release her property, please do it.
Well, that's probably not going to happen today.
Because it should have already happened.
Well, I can't control that, obviously.
So who speaks for Watson when he's not here?
Well, at the moment, that's me.
Perfect. Call up Dick's and tell them to release her property inside that trailer, please.
Do you have anything that proves that you own the property? Even pictures of it on the trailer or anything that I can work with?
Pictures of it on the trailer, like I have
Or just
pictures-
in general, pictures that show this generator connected and you're using it, or
pictures of like.
They cut the lock
property-
off of that trailer and went through that trailer.
Dick's probably did.
I have
Whoever. We don't have an inventory list.
on-
Why does she have to prove what's in there? This is
You
not,
know, I'm trying to be helpful. I'm trying to figure out
You see
a
that the
way
trailer
to make this
was
work,
attached
is
to
what
my
I'm trying to
RV.
do.
And then they detached it when they put it on the yard. And they put it on front of my RV when I first went there to pick up my medicine. And then,
Did you
like,
get your medicine?
yes, I got my medicine and my ID and I didn't find my phone. I found it now that I had gotten my RV back, but,
I mean, you saw this, right?
there's a generator.
Yeah, the trailer.
My
is
generator,
attached
one
to
of the
the RV.
generators
Okay.
is sitting right here right beside it.
Yeah.
They threw all of this trash in my RV and destroyed it, and things are missing also. And my back bays were open when I got there to pick up my RV. The locks have been cut on on the trailer the first time I went to pick up my medicine, and the door of my RV. So I don't.
So what are the
like any of that.
characteristics on some of that property that he could verify? You got any brands? You got any, what does it say on
It's
your?
a Komodo generator, and then the other one's what was it? A Predator.
Okay.
And then, I don't know what other brands. I have propane tanks in there that I need because I'm out of propane now. I have to stay warm.
So you guys
my heater.
don't clear for hazards and you take all that stuff to impound? Somebody's gonna blow themselves up.
The 8-burner grill was a, like members mark.
So the generator was on the street and they put it in your trailer? What'd they do with the gas? I mean, you got a trailer out there that's gonna blow up. The stupid on this is just wild. Absolutely wild. And Dick's told us on the phone, all recorded, that they go through everything and look for things that are illegal, like guns.
They take the firearms.
Who are they? You guys aren't giving them this authority, so they get to steal people's stuff.
Well, I hope they don't steal it.
Well, what are they doing with it?
Well, I hope they don't steal it. Usually.
Well, one hope that.
It's in their possession, so therefore they can do that, they say.
Evidence. Well, guns aren't illegal. And what's determined to be illegal?
It's a section.
Okay, so you're admitting that they have evidence.
It happens sometimes, Regan, it happens.
You're admitting that you guys gave them all the evidence.
I'm not admitting anything on this. I don't think that there's been no mention of any evidence here.
Well, it is evidence. You gave it all to them.
No. Well, it's property, actually. It's not evidence, unless she had something illegal there or the fruits of a crime. If that stuff was stolen, it would be evidence.
Well, then let's find out. Why don't we do an investigation? Why don't we go out there, the Inglewood Police Department, go onto Dick's lot, she can wait, or whatever, and if you guys suspect there's a crime, then we'll deal with it, and you can take all the property into evidence.
I'm hoping that there's not a crime. We have no reason to believe that there is.
They stole my
Exactly.
trailer. They stole my trailer, they stole my RV, like I should have never been put through this.
Well, I think you got a referral to Internal Affairs too, correct?
A referral, what do you mean?
Well, somebody gave you a phone number or?
No,
Okay.
No, but I need that phone number.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't
need a
matter. They
referral.
they investigate themselves. Jose, whoever's overseeing it, they're in and out. They don't know what the hell's going on. That could take months. I don't give a shit about a complaint. We need her stuff. She's trying to survive. Look what Denver, she got out of Englewood so she could get organized to get the hell out of here. And her brake line's broken. She's with friends that can help her fix that. And now you've got McGrath from District 4, 12 hours, not even after we got it out of impound, putting a seizure notice on it. Last thing she was told when she left Dick's, get out of the area, we talk. What are we supposed to think?
He said I can't park in Sheridan, Inglewood.
I didn't tell you that, Regan.
I understand that, but you need to understand the severity of this situation. She needs her stuff.
I understand that. I can't make that happen today.
That's the wrong answer.
Okay, well, that's the best answer that I can.
When are you going to make it happen?
It's not my place to make it happen.
But it is. You said you're the decision maker because Watson's not here. You
In the-
guys
in
have
the
had all
moment,
week.
And the decision is that it has been worked on and looked at, and we can continue to do that. But there is nothing that's going to happen today. That's the decision-making part of this process.
So who told you that? If this is being looked at and all of this and blah, 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 and somebody's reached that decision,
I
who's,
don't know what the decision is that's been reached ultimately about what we're gonna do with this stuff. But the decision today is there isn't anything I can do at 4 o'clock Friday afternoon to solve this problem.
yeah, there
today.
is. There is. You're just refusing. So if you're not going to solve it today, when are you going to solve it?
I will give an email to Lieutenant Jose.
That guy is an idiot.
Well, you can try getting a hold of the chief if you want.
That guy never shows his face. He doesn't respond to my emails.
Well,
Who in the fuck makes a decision here?
obviously, it's going to be one of them ultimately that makes the decision. I'm making the decision right now, telling you, I am not going to call the chief of police at home today and say.
Why is the son of a bitch not at work? You don't know?
He has PTO time.
PTO.
Yeah, I don't.
Is
know.
he going to come back this year?
I anticipate he's going to be here next week.
Fuck. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Do you want me to look at the schedule and tell you what his schedule is next week?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Okay.
And I guarantee he's not going to show his fucking face.
Well, that's a possibility. Probably he's going
That's
to
a
delegate
possibility.
it to somebody else, but.
He's already delegated it and nobody has an answer. Why in the hell was Jose out here telling me he's going to come back out and he never comes back and leaves the building? This guy just got promoted to lieutenant.
I can't answer for him.
You should quit this place. You should really fucking retire. This is a shit show and a total fucking embarrassment to justice. You guys have fucked her over so bad.
So do you have a phone? Does it work? You
Yes.
have service and everything? Okay, so can I get your,
Yeah,
Make him a list of all the stuff you have.
in the trailer.
Yeah.
you
Or
want me
that
to-
I'm missing out of my RV or what, I don't know.
Don't even fucking bother with that. They don't care about that. You're gonna have to go to the PUC for that.
My contract is
Nobody here makes decisions. Nobody. But they make decisions to fucking destroy people's lives.
416.
Oh, man. You're seeing it all. You're seeing it all. They have to make it public. You guys got any proof of ownership for all the shit in your shed? You got any proof of ownership for all the shit in your house? Is he coming back for the list?
Yeah, he's gonna give me a paper.
City manager won't respond to my email. You know, they have so many programs over here in Inglewood for the homeless. We're doing a lot of good things here. I don't know if anybody watched that meeting that I sat in with him and LeClaire from here. Remember that meeting, Ellie? Yeah, if they can't prove it's stolen, give her ship back. If I had something like this on my tree, I would rip it off and do that to it. You have got to be shitting me. Did you see this ornament?
No.
Blessed are the peacemakers.
I didn't know peace. They caused me nothing. Mm-mm.
Merry Christmas, Nicole, from the Inglewood Police Department.
Right. That's something else.
What if I suddenly felt sick to my stomach and vomited all over in this tree? Would I get charged with a crime? I mean, I tried to find a trash can, but it didn't work out. How's your elbow? People are asking. Did you ever go get checked out? You didn't, did you?
No. It's,
That bruising is gone.
yeah. That's
Yeah, you guys beat her up too. Did you know that?
I did not know, it's the first I've heard of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Tossed her all over. Bruised badly.
Were you arrested?
for a traffic, $100 traffic ticket warrant in Arvada.
Doing
For
good
July.
stuff. Doing great stuff for the homeless.
And, I get to the place, took me to Arapahoe, and he drops me off, he turns into the nice cop now. And then he's telling me, I'll be out, I'll probably be out of there before he gets out of there doing paperwork. They knew what they were doing. They knew that they were there to steal my shit, my home. It was.
And I'm sure Internal Affairs really cares.
It's very, and then, I get out and it snows, and I was out of there within 6 hours.
Yeah.
And then I have nowhere to go. Everything's
So
gone.
you're welcome to write those allegations.
Oh, well.
down there as well. So, feel free to-
Sorry to hear that, Nicole. I'm sorry for all the trouble my department put you through. I'm sorry you had to take the light rail, clear across town, and try to find a friend that could help you because you had no one to communicate with. Not a phone call, not a phone number, nothing. On a traffic warrant from Arvada.
They told me to come outside because he told me he wanted to see my insurance, so I went inside to get my phone.
You want us to take pictures of your arm?
She did.
I've
already.
got fresh pictures from the day it happened. You guys don't care. It doesn't matter. You might care. I see a little twinge in your eyes going, wow, what's going on? I really represent this place? But remember, you don't have any power. You're just a guy. You're just a guy here with no answers.
And the only answer I have today is not the one you want to hear.
It's the wrong answer.
Okay, well, that's your opinion.
No, it's the wrong answer.
That's your opinion. I'll check back with you here in a bit. If you want to write the property down, you're welcome to write any of your other concerns down there as well.
Okay, and then what do I do with the paper?
I want you to take a picture of it.
You can, when you're done, you can go out, pick up the phone, and tell them that it's done,
Okay.
and we'll get it.
No, you can just come back down and get it from her, please.
Well, I won't know when she's done, so
We'll give her, what, 10 minutes? It's not going to take that long.
I'm happy to check back on her.
Thank you.
So if you do go out there, those doors are locked, out to the lobby, it's locked. So just beware if you do go out there, we'll let you back in.
All right. Yeah, that's Sergeant McGrath. I kind of remember him. Everybody, if you know what's going on here, I would encourage you to file a complaint with the PUC. This is a big problem, and it needs investigated through the PUC and the State Attorney General's office. They've obviously been engaging in this practice for quite some time. Even in the last contract that the City of Inglewood / Police Department had with Connolly's / Dick's Towing didn't outline any processes like this. So they have technically never had a contract, okay? They have a little tiny policy in the Inglewood Police Department that they're to inventory people's stuff. Other than that, it really is a free-for-all. And what they're doing is allowing Dix to own property. What Dix is doing with it, we have no idea. Ducks, no pigs. But I will tell you, the public is entitled to answers. This police chief has never one time responded to my emails. They botched an internal affairs complaint so bad. There's no more trust in this place. This is the police chief right here. Sam Watson, never seen this guy. This guy, Vance Fender, the deputy chief of police, is supposedly working on a new contract. Chad Reed, he's a division chief. Fire Marshal Tracy Jones, division chief, never heard of him. David LeClaire, division chief, sat in a meeting with him and Sean Lewis over their bullshit with releasing body cam footage that they redacted when the librarian called the cops because I wouldn't wear a mask. I actually thought Inglewood did a nice job over that, but they called a sergeant over there who had his body cam activated, and they had their little powwow, and I wanted to hear what they were talking about. Well, Inglewood's got a little policy to circumvent pure transparency with body cam footage, so we can charge you $25 for body cam footage, and we'll redact anything we want. We'll call it, what do they call it, administrative discussions? Yeah. So as long as a body cam is on, they can call that administrative discussions, so they don't ever have to release body cam footage here. As you know, I paid $25 the other day to get the body cam footage to see what happened and why she's so bruised up. We're never going to see that because they put the two criminal complaints together because they didn't have enough of Nicole. They wanted to take down her boyfriend too so they could steal that RV. Instead of just arresting her, I mean, it wasn't like enough damage had occurred already. Why didn't they just leave? Oh no, we had to ensure that they doubled down. I'm never going to see that body cam footage because they're going to continuously cite that it's an open investigation. So as long as those cases are open, her boyfriend may or may not go to court, I don't know. We'll never see that body cam footage. They got no inventory of everything they took, even though that's their policy. They got no policy that defines how the property is handled. All they get to say is call Dix. We give them full authority to do whatever they want with the property we send their way. And you know, the public's supposed to believe there's some honesty going on here. I think it's everything but honesty. Jenwell, thank you for putting that complaint form in here. Liz Solomon, Regan, I just left watching Arizona, where 10 auditors are descending on the area. Maybe Colorado auditors need to do the same. Yeah, there's a long list of things auditors, activists, people that care about how their government is functioning need to do. The list is very, very long. Well, Frank, that's kind of a funny joke. What is the difference between a dead cop in the road and a dead skunk in the road? There are skid marks in front of the skunk. How do you know? You see this over and over and over, and you live through this despair with these people over and over and over. You got Sergeant McGrath here, who answers for the whole police department today, and there's just nothing he can do to get her stuff. Inglewood shot and killed a dog over in the Walmart parking lot the other day. If anybody wants to Google that story. 10 rounds into a dog. Killed the dog. Took some suspects into custody. I don't know. You're just kind of a special kind of pussy if you have to fire 10 rounds into a dog. If anybody wants a really good stress reliever, laugh. I have to do this often. Google, don't shoot the fucking dog. I think everybody's probably seen that video, but it's a briefing with SWAT, and I swear it's spot on. I mean, it could be really super funny if it wasn't so true. Have you all seen that video? Ricardo Montalvo. Are you new here? Thanks for popping in. Yeah, it's a real doozy in the middle of winter, especially. And it's happening on the daily, all over the place. Jonathan, we are all that each other has. And you know why? Because it's us versus them. You're exactly right. DG1, good afternoon. Sorry guys, the comments, you don't get to see them all. And then even when you go back, they're not all there. So thank you for being in here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for those super chats. We still got work to do to help Nicole get through this because she's fighting. She's fighting for herself. And as long as I'm able to support her and back that up, I'm there. But yeah, my blood pressure's getting a lot of checks every day. I just can't get over this shit. I just can't get over this. They have the audacity to put this fucking ornament on this tree. Peacemakers. 10 rounds into a dog, steal Nicole's shit. Dirk Smith literally murdered someone. Blankenship. I'm just... Yeah, Merry Christmas. Meanwhile, this 30 million gazillion dollar building with every single light in it on. So it's a welcoming environment. We want people to know we're here. For what? Should be just the opposite. Turn all the fucking lights off and go home. Stay there. McGregor coming after her 12 hours after the return of her RV makes it pretty obvious that they are targeting. Clearly, they have contempt for the homeless. Target them. Give them a taste of it. Yeah, target them for public awareness. I'm all about it. Names, salaries. Call them every fucking name in the book. I have a feeling that's not the kind of targeting you meant, but we're not advocating for violence against the police. We are advocating for a civil disobedience uprising. That's what we call that. We also call it FTP. Yeah, Johnny Bravo. Every light on, 24/7. Well, except the women back there. They've turned their lights off. Phyllis, I called Inglewood PD. They just said there will be nothing done today or the weekend about Nicole's things. Please let your group know to stop calling us. We are taking phone numbers for tracking. Huh. Tracking what? You've had all fucking week to do your job, Inglewood. And you wait until Friday at 4 o'clock to send the only guy out here who's actually gonna attempt something? I should put my own ornament on that tree, MLH. I wonder, yeah. My own specialized ornament. Regan was here. You called right back, Phyllis. Tracking.
I'll be back.
Do you have any pictures, Nicole?
I do know that if you enlarge that picture on my ticket, a lot of, like, my ornament generators were sitting right outside the trailers. And other stuff, there was also a moped there. And that never got, I don't know what happened to the moped either. That was right next to the trailer also, and,
You listing that?
yeah.
Okay.
They just repacked it and organized it, you know, and was throwing away, you know, getting rid of trash and stuff like that, and stuff I don't need, and we organized it, so we, you know, packed it nice and neat, and, you know, everything was in there, just, it was packed, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
we know what was in there, but, there was so much stuff. It's crazy how much they knew what was in there, and they see those generators right away, because the locks were busted off when I went to pick up my medicine.
Yeah, they busted the locks off that trailer.
They wouldn't let me touch the trailer.
Made entrance into that property. No probable cause to do that. They didn't have probable cause to go into her RV. I still think you need to get an attorney. You want to check it out, Phyllis? This is for you. Now they got it rigged so it always stays the right way. So everybody thinks there's peacemakers here. Here, screenshot that. Let's take a screenshot. We need a good photo. Hold on, let me get this focused. How am I doing? There, with my fingernail in it. Make sure you get my fingernail. How are we doing? We doing good? How are we doing, guys? That's a good one. Should get some good ones out of that, huh? Frank, hold the top and turn and use two hands. Next thing you know, Friday night, there's a warrant out for Reagan's arrest for destruction of public property. She gets picked up by the Inglewood PD, going to the grocery store to get milk, ends up in Arapahoe County until next Thursday because her fingerprints aren't clearing the system. Yeah, we know how that's going to go. Jen, wow, that complaint form, that's for the PUC, right? I would encourage everyone that's been kept apprised of this story to file a complaint with the PUC for a response. We need legitimate complaints. And the Attorney General. There's got to be a link for that as well. With the towing practices between Inglewood PD and Dick's and Connolly's. If you Google Colorado State Attorney General complaints, that should come up. Blessed are the hellraisers for justice. Reign free. Amen. MLH, thank you very much. I love it. You guys are great. The lights are back on. Oh, they got their cute little Christmas village. Oh boy, look at all the time they got to do this kind of stuff. What do you know? Huh. I wonder if that brings peace to them. Let me guess, I got a bunch of little cops over there. MLH, thank you very much. Blessed are the tyrant exposers. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank Pants. Thank you, Jenwell. Those, oh, McKee's, Rose Garden, how are you? So yeah, those Denver police would boot Jesus if they could while reciting the Bible. Heck, deceptional, they all need to repent. Stealing Bible verses commingled with well wishes while hurting people trying to live. Yeah, I say it every day. What would Jesus do? Because this sure as hell ain't it. I'm gonna have to get here and sit outside their gate at like probably 6 a.m. Just sit out there all day and see who's coming and going, who's coming to work, who's not. Oh, and that's the other thing. We need him to check the schedule. Let us know when the police chief is going to be here. What happened to your pen?
I don't know.
Is that the pen he gave you?
No, he didn't give me one. I thought I had one in my purse and this is what I
He
found.
didn't even bring you a damn pen.
No,
Wow.
the schedule is, I have the schedule again. It's,
Sam Watson's schedule. So sick of government. Sick of it. Sick of it all. Here's the black rose of death. In honored memory of Detective Jeremy Bittner. End of watch, May 28, 2012. Here you go. It is foolish and wrong to mourn the men who died. Rather, we should thank God that such men lived. George Patton. Interesting. What happened to him? Can somebody Google that? Detective Jeremy Bittner, Bittner, Inglewood Police Department. I'm curious. I'll probably remember if somebody looks it up. They should repent to God they speak about instead of scolding others, not knowing what they say. Do they think they are the Game of Thrones? The mayor, trust me, the mayor of Inglewood does not give two shits about this. And that would include having to go to a city council meeting, which I'm probably going to go to at some point anyway, but I kind of dread it because it's worthless. It's just a time suck. Now, if 50 people want to go with me, we might make a difference. Hey, take that and shove it right up your ass. Ellie, Jeremy served the Inglewood Police Department for 8 years, and during that time was assigned to patrol, SWAT team member, and field training officer. How'd he die? Jen, thank you for continuing to post that PUC complaint form. Yeah, Bob, I thought that was a little odd. They had the nerve to quote General Patton for a fallen police officer. You know, like they're really serving the country. They work against the people. Got hit by a car, didn't get out of the road. Is that true? Detective Bittner lost his life in the line of duty on May 28, 2012 after being struck and killed by a vehicle while performing a traffic stop. You know, because that road piracy is a big deal. It's for people's safety. Did you guys hear me telling the story the other day? Denver Police Department. So they have a YouTube page. Go check it out. Denver Police Department. They posted this video of this awards ceremony that they were doing for some citizens. some citizens that went above and beyond for our heroes in blue. This cop, motorcycle cop in Denver in July, is doing a, very necessary task of hauling ass in the fast lane on I-25 which is a death trap in itself, even regardless of what you're driving. The fact that Denver even puts motorcycles on the highway is just baffling to me here. It's with the intent to drive recklessly, to engage in high-speed chases, to weave in and out of traffic. What could go wrong? Well, this dumbass hits the concrete barrier and has a wreck and is laying on the highway. And these three, heroic guys park their vehicles and block traffic for the officer laying on the highway. And listen to how Denver explains it. You only have to watch like a minute of the video. His motorcycle had an anomaly. His motorcycle had an anomaly. And he wrecked. Oh, but luckily, he's all recovered. Yeah, so good for me, not for thee. Rules for thee, not for me. Had you or I done that and shut down I-25, we likely probably would have gone to jail. We would have faced a multitude of citations that probably jeopardized losing our driving privileges. But that guy, he got an awards ceremony. Of course he did. Next thing you know, he's going to be making millions on work comp. What time is it here? It is 4:30, and it's almost dark. Oh, the driver was sentenced to 10 years in jail for Bittner's death. Now, isn't that interesting? Uh-huh. I don't know. I have less empathy every day. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm not sorry. I just, whatever. They don't give a fuck about us. They're out here trying to kill us every goddamn day. And this is living proof. It is not serve and protect. It's harass, extort, and collect. It's not serve and protect. It's seek and destroy. I knew she would have that list if she sat here and thought about it. Yep. Now they're going to try to say that none of that's your property.
Right.
Mm-hmm. He's behind the glass watching. He's hiding behind the glass. He feels safe back there.
I'm done. What's the date?
Today is the night.
Eric?
It
You want
is.
to come back and talk to me for a minute? Are you with him? You can come too if you want.
That's my first wife.
Okay.
52 years.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
53 in January.
Congrats, I thought we see you.
That old man. Yeah, she can come with me. She's my first wife. Oh. Well, you should certainly be able to identify what's in the trailer from this list. I want you to take a picture of that, or can you make her a photocopy?
Sure.
Let me make a copy of it for you. So what are you going to do with this?
Well, I will give it to Lieutenant Jose. Chief Watson, will be in next week on Tuesday.
What time? What time does he get here?
I don't know what his hours are. Typical business hours. of
7,
some sort.
8,
7, 8.
10, 10 to 2?
Do you have another list too, or is this it?
That's it. Well, that's what I, start of it. Do you want me to put my phone number on that list too? Just so it's,
You can.
Because Lieutenant Jose's going to call you. Uh-huh. Lieutenant. How in the hell did that guy get a promotion? Well, he got a promotion because he's fucking worthless. That's why he got a promotion. If you're not worthless, you don't get promotions. You know. Cuisino, Cuisino. It's Cuisino. You know, the brand Cuisino. It kind of just flows with donuts. Cuisino and donuts. They just kind of go together. Everybody remembers Cuisino, right? Cuisino.
the time that the police gave me the ticket for my no parking, or no, I'm sorry, my no tags,
Mm-hmm.
it was like 9:28 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dick's was dispatched to come out was at 11:43 a.m. And it's just, I don't know, they were there for a couple, 3 hours before they even got told, before they even showed up on this scene.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Inglewood's saying they issued this ticket at 9 something in the morning.
And where's the pictures at? Did you see, they're like, we only take pictures. Thank you. So, I'll be receiving a call from him? Is that what you said?
I can assure you that I will pass on the information.
But you can't assure her she'll receive a call back.
Of course, because I'm not his boss.
But if you were, would he be calling her back?
What do you think, Reed?
I don't know. Let's hear it.
Is there anything else I can do tonight?
Come on, answer the question.
I'm not answering your question. Is there anything else I can do tonight?
Well, I have more questions. Are you really not going to answer them?
It's a possibility that I won't. I can try depending on the scope of them.
They're too complicated for you, huh?
No, they're not too complicated.
They're
I
not?
do have another question, like, why was, I not ticketed, why didn't my trailer get a ticket for no plates?
Why did it?
Why did it not? It did not get a ticket, like, why would they ticket just my RV and not the trailer?
I
'Cause it's
guess
attached
we
to
want
it.
to give you 2 tickets. I don't have any idea beyond that.
I just, like, that's just a question I have, like, I don't understand that.
Or the trailer had no identifiable marking, so you can't really issue
How-
something without a license plate or a VIN number.
How are they even able to hold it then?
Well, I think that's the problem, is identifying. If it had a VIN number and it belonged to you, this
It does,
process.
it was
would
on,
be-
I have it.
Well, that's not,
You should
My
prove that
property
it
is-
doesn't belong to her. I know you guys subscribe to the state system that papers, please. Did you hear about the immigrants they're bringing into Denver? Giving them full accommodations over there? Did you hear about that? No papers. But us, the way we treat each other, the way you guys treat us, papers, please. Wait till they come over here in Inglewood.
and do
What are you going to do about that?
everything I can do at the moment.
What are you going to do about the immigrants that come over here to Inglewood?
That's a whole other problem for a
You
whole
can't
other day.
answer that question, can you?
Of course, because there's no solution to it, and we don't even know what's going to happen. We can play what ifs all night long.
So why take her stuff?
I didn't take her stuff.
Would you have?
I will pass this along, obviously, things,
Hey, if you were the sergeant that day, would you have handled things the same?
if this stuff needed to be impounded, absolutely.
Ooh. Well, now we know a little bit more about you.
A little bit.
Papers, please.
Have a good night.
Papers, please.
Have a good night, Reedy.
Can I see your ID? Look a little suspicious. Papers, please. Hey, just because you answered that question like that, I hope your fucking house burns down.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I hope you lose every fucking thing you own.
So it shows your character.
You better fucking...
So it shows your character.
You better fucking believe it, because you would have done the same thing to her. You think I have compassion for you? Karma's a real fucking bitch. You know that?
Is it?
It's a real fucking bitch. And I hope you experience it. Fucking cocky fuck. I just had to tell him I hope his fucking house burns down to the ground.
It's even in handwriting, like, they
I know.
couldn't even have got, they don't find that at the store.
Good point, good point. They had to handwrite that.
Should we put that, like, put something on the, write it on the top there?
Like devil's horns.
Or make them like peacemakers on top.
Shows my character. He says, you heard him answer the question. He had done the same thing to you. And I tell him, I hope he loses every fucking thing he owns. And he tells me that shows my character. Look, that's how fucking stupid these guys are.
It is.
They are fucking dumb.
They don't care.
They don't even see they are so fucking jaded. They are their hearts are so fucking hardened. They have no souls.
Yeah, there's no.
Yeah.
They're all
Uh-huh.
narcissists.
They're narcissist fucking psychopaths. And they come out there and they target women. Soft targets.
Yep.
Shows my character.
And now I gotta fight now for what they put me through.
Now, because you have to prove you own it, because they took it, said you didn't own it. I mean, they can't decide whether you own it or not, but now you have to prove that you own it, and they don't have to prove that you don't.
They
Makes
should have to
perfect
prove-
fucking sense.
They should have to prove why they took it. You know, like, there's no reason for them to take anything.
Oh, this woman is hurt bad out here. Holy shit. Do you want to go inside there? Somebody will come out. Did you talk to somebody on that phone?
They're gonna have somebody come down.
Yeah, you stay in there. You'll be safer in there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. She's got a raging black eye. Yikes. What the fuck? Fuck this place. Wow. We just keep fighting, Nicole. That's all we can do. Still can't get an answer. Dick's never gave you an answer about what they do with the contents of your trailer? No.
Nope.
Nope. They own it. Apparently it's theirs for the taking, per the Inglewood Police Department. Shows my character. Shows my character. He fucking said that. Take every goddamn thing you own. All the clothes, everything you own.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And that shows my character. Because I told him I hope he
And my way
experiences
to
karma.
stay warm, you know, my heat, my essentials.
All right, honey, you go. I'll see you later, okay?
Right. Thank you.
Okay, it'll be good. All
All
right. We'll talk tomorrow, okay?
Thank you.
Don't think about this for the rest of the day. Let me know if Bear...
Find a way to get propane tonight because I'm out. So,
What are you putting it in?
I have a little buddy heater now.
What do you need, the gallons?
Either
What-
one.
What happened to all those? Did they ever... No, they didn't show up?
I don't know where. I don't know. She says she doesn't know where they are.
I'll give you some Walmart gift cards. Did you find them there? Did they have them?
They have them there.
Do they? Okay.
That's where I got them from.
All right. All right, hang tight. We're going to give Nicole some Walmart gift cards because she needs heat tonight. Do you have anything left on that other one? Here. Yeah, 10 each.
Thank you.
That'll buy, will that buy 4 of them?
Yeah, by 4.
At least, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. So the first night that we went, she was able to get her little buddy heater. So she does have at least that heater. Yeah, what did you think about that little last minute conversation there with Sergeant McGrath? He's so proud of himself because he'd have done the same thing to her. And then when I told him, I hope his house burns to the fucking ground and he loses everything he owns, he tells me that shows my character? Let's think about that. Is that not just indicative of the superiority complex that these fucks have? So Denver is getting busloads of immigrants. I think you heard me talk about this the other day. Pride comes before a fall. Yeah, doesn't it though? You think she has a new trailer, Jonathan? Yeah, you heard McGrath. He didn't want to answer my questions. They don't like my kind of questions. There's a reason for that. They know they're fucking thugs. They know it. You're worried, where was she going? Did she have a ride somewhere? Yeah, she's got a ride. Her RV, they have got to troubleshoot that RV. So that's what I was starting to tell her. And they'll keep me posted because they've got to figure out what's going on with that brake line. Yeah, can the tow company show proof of ownership? Yeah, it's called the Inglewood PD. Inglewood goes out and goes, yep, take that, take that, take that. Mm-hmm. So the immigrants. So Denver's playing stupid. And as you know, we have plenty of room in our shelters for our homeless community. They just don't want shelter. Our homeless community, they don't take up on all the offers of the resources. Yeah, because it's a lie. Okay. So Denver has to erect a special shelter because they don't know how, but several hundred immigrants have been bused here from the southern border in the last few months. And a load of 100 of them just showed up the other day. Mm-hmm. So where are they going? Well, they're going into these nice shelters. They're getting all their services. They're getting everything they need to become good voters. Yeah. 9/10 of the law. And apparently, according to this last news story, you'll see that was the whole premise of the post that I made under my community tab, was talking about the immigrants coming and comparing that to the treatment with Nicole. And in the pinned comment section, there's an updated article. Go read it. And supposedly they've been showing up in mountain towns here too, in Colorado. Look, we could go down this huge rabbit hole and have this big, long philosophical debate about a secure border. Libertarians do not believe in open borders. That is not the libertarian platform. You're not going to have a country without borders. And if the Constitution were followed, we'd have a standing army to protect our borders. Okay? Does that mean our immigration system is working? No, it's failing terribly. Absolutely terribly. Does that mean you should be able to break the law? No, it doesn't. So I don't want to develop this division in my philosophical beliefs over human rights and human compassion. But yeah, our borders have been dissolved for decades. So, end the war on drugs and watch things change. Denver will be broke soon. Recall Saddam Hussein kept saying he was winning until caught and jailed even. Denver will be in trouble with too many immigrants for too long. I'll argue it with them. You're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, we're not at war right now, so we should have plenty of military available, DJ. Yep. They created on purpose. The True Patriot. What's up, everyone? Thanks for popping in. We're still dealing with Nicole's RV situation and Inglewood stealing her property. Only certain libertarians believe that. Anarcho-capitalists like myself believe the only borders that should exist is those of private property. Well, some of you have to actually explain how you maintain a country and how you support a constitution then, DMA. Just saying. Democrats, sorry, Regan, but neither do Democrats believe in open borders. I don't. Our immigrant system has been broken for decades, and the war on drugs has been a farce from the start. Yeah, TL. Yeah, I think Democrats from long ago believe in the sanctity of the country. We'll just say that. Love you too, DMA. But you didn't answer my question, or you didn't respond to my point. We can't have a constitution if you don't have a country. Can't have a country if you don't have a constitution. There is corruption on all sides. There absolutely is. Absolutely. The wall. His plan for the wall. Because nobody can get over a wall. Nobody can go under a wall. And they sure as hell weren't going to go through the wall. Maybe it's a topic for another day. Too much to type. We'll just spare that topic because we got a lot of topics coming up in the next week, y'all. So stay tuned. Nobody can get past a sniper. They fly over the wall. Is that how it works? Robert, hello from Pensacola, Florida, home of the authoritarian state of Florida, where immigrants get shipped to Martha's Vineyard from Florida. Fact. Aurora Transparency. How are you, girlfriend? Yep, we're just another brick in the wall. Damon, positive vibes to all in the chat. Looking beautiful on this Friday, Regan. Stay strong, be well. Thank you very, very much. Thanks for popping in. Well, it is more federal money, right, Ellie? I mean, now that the COVID relief funds have all been paid out in salaries to solve homelessness, we got to have a new stream of revenue. Pitbull. Someone took custody of her property when it was towed and is responsible for that property. Talk to a lawyer. The tow company has insurance for theft. Yeah, we've got to try to get at least this stuff back out of her trailer. If they want to keep the damn trailer, they can have the trailer. We'll buy her another one. Nicole's a hard worker. I know Nicole. I've known her for a while. And I know what she's about. And Martha's Vineyard gets them out by sundown. Thank you, Robert. I really appreciate that. Let's all go and watch the Motorhome Marauders in Arizona. Is that a channel? Yeah, I don't want to be homeless in Arizona. That's a horrible place to be. Yeah. Pitbull, about the insurance thing? No, they don't. We found that out already. There's no certificate of insurance on file. Thank you, Shauna. Well, they're calling it a vehicle. It should have been. It should have gone with the RV. They should have given her property out of that trailer. And so they want the fight. I mean, they're going to get the fight. As long as Nicole wants to fight, I'm going to help her fight. And she needs that stuff. Well, that's kind of what we're talking about, unknown official. Well, legally, only the city is going to require that they have that insurance. And the city doesn't even have a damn contract with them. So that's where we're at with it. We did a separate records request for the insurance certificate. Came back. Nada. How are they in business without insurance? I don't know. I have no idea. Just like I have no idea about how any of this other stuff is happening. Well, you guys, I have to go because my Slabberina is going to need to go potty. We had our second vet visit today, and that dog has been getting the royal treatment of everything. Let me tell you. So we are working on skin conditions, and we have really got her in a really good place with some special shampoo and some special wipes. She's been fully vaccinated with boosters. I got her a couple extra vaccines since we travel and we go places. So she's been such a sweet girl. I'm so glad to have her. She really helps me through the day. You guys, it's been really nice having her. And if anyone's not aware, Slabby is my little Chi-Chi Chihuahua. She found her forever home with me. She lived with Peter. Peter passed away out here. And Peter's family decided that it would be best that Slabby come to live with me. I gave Slabby the best care I could when she was out here with Peter. I had her fixed, and she had her first set of shots. She'd never been to the vet. So I was able to do that for her while she lived with Peter. But she had a hard life, and she really needs some TLC and deserves that. And so we've been on a few vet ventures, and she's going to have a dental next. She doesn't have to have a dental with anesthesia, so that's good. So it'll be a non-anesthetic dental because her teeth aren't that bad. She's only 4 years old. So bye, Frank. Good to see you. Thank you for being in here. Pitbull, they took advantage of someone with very little money. Yeah, preying on the poor, the weak, women, soft targets. That's what cops do. Thank you. McKee Sport, I think police should have to prove it's not RVs belonging to someone to take them. Now, papers, please. That's what I was poking at him for. You see, you can't have a voluntary transaction in this, land of the free. you have to have your papers, and the government has to approve those papers. So, you know, if you don't have plates, apparently the government gets to own your property. So, yeah, Diane, she's really protective. And her manners, she's been so good. You know, I don't know if anybody saw the pink plush couch dog bed that I bought her, but it's an actual couch. It's a miniature couch, and it's made of velour with little crystal inlays on the couch back. And she's got her leopard print blanket on it. And she goes to the couch when we're having dinner, when we're having a meal. So she knows that that's her place and she can't beg. And then she'll come back up and crawl in one of our laps and get under the blankets, and very protective, very, very protective. Hates big dogs, wants to fight them, wants to play with little dogs. She's just a lot of personality. She's got 90-pound dog personality, and it's been really fun to give her a new life. Yeah, she's one spoiled little pooch, and she's never had TV in her life, right? Cell phones only. So the TV was new to her, and still to this day, you know, because we all have our big flat screen TVs on the wall, and they're big, and it almost looks like real people and real animals. Yeah, so we have a lot of barking fits because she literally watches TV. You can watch her eyes follow the screen. And if there's any action, if there's any fighting, she gets up, she kicks her hind legs like she's kicking dirt, and at the TV. There's always hours of entertainment watching TV with Slabby. So that's certainly a lot of fun. Always spoil your dogs. Yeah, she deserves it. Oh yeah, Napoleon complex. Bigger than life. Bigger than life. What about the discount, DJ? You think Regan doesn't get a discount already? Bye, DG1. Thanks for being in here. Yeah, Phyllis, we got her on a special diet as well. Oh, dental discounts. No, I don't get a discount. No. That's the other thing right now with obtaining vet care in Colorado. If you're trying to reach out to get some kind of vouchers, find some vets that will do some discounted work, it ain't happening. It was during COVID. It's not now. I cannot find a vet, and I have tried and tried and tried. So, yeah. So it's only $175 for the dental. So that's good. Yes, it is. It is expensive as fuck. And everything's going up, right? So I do have, I doubt this person is watching right now, but if you are, I had somebody make $1,000 donation to the nonprofit to designate towards the pets in the homeless community. I am going to use some of that towards Slabby because some of her care went on a credit card because I didn't have the money. So, but I am on the hunt for some animals out there that we can get vaccinated and spayed and neutered. So the homeless community kind of has this, I'm going to call it, because this is my personal opinion, I think it's incredibly irresponsible to not spay and neuter your pets when you're living homeless or out on the streets. It's dangerous. And this whole concept of breeding pets for money, when you can't meet your own goals, I don't support that. I don't support that whatsoever. And so I tend to steer clear of a lot of the pet issues out here unless people are willing to work with me on that philosophical line. There is no vet out here that would support my work in saying, oh yeah, you should breed your animals out here. Yeah. We have serious problems with cats. I went through a ridiculous thing with a cat situation that I don't ever want to have to deal with again. It's inhumane. Inbreeding is cruel. Okay. So, I am gonna try, whoever donated that money, I am going to try to designate that into pet care. So I'm going to be on the hunt for that for the rest of the month. Okay. And if any of my friends out on the street are watching and you want to spay or neuter some of those pets, let's get it done. There goes Denver Fire. Friendly Denver Fire. Oh, and the ambulance. So they're right here in front of the police station. I was kind of wondering, so this woman that walked in there with that black eye, something really bad happened to her. So they're clearly responding to that. That poor woman, if she thinks she's going to get help from the police, she's in for a rude awakening. Violent crime, you know. Instead of going out there and attempting to prevent that or respond to that, we're in here having to deal with them stealing homeless property. You know, priorities. Jake, cost me $7,000 to have my rescued black lab's pancreas removed for cancer. I've had rescues for 25 years. Oh, wow. Yeah. Bye. Hey, Amanda. Hi and bye. I didn't know you were in here. Thanks for being in here. But at any rate, so that's the scoop on the pets. And I have so much to spare with humans as it is. It's hard to put pets before the humans, but I want to meet the request of this donor and see what I can get done. So and look, if you okay, I'm not going to go down a rabbit hole on the pet thing, but at any rate, yeah. Anomaly. The authority often has anomalies. Very often. Okay. I gotta go. Slabby's gotta go potty. Boy, that was quick. They went in and came out and they're gone. Did she refuse medical? Okay, the paramedics are staying. The fire truck is leaving. All right, you guys, thanks for popping in. I'll keep you posted with what's going on with Nicole's property. Like I say, if they want to fight, I'm going to help them fight. They have to fight harder for themselves than I do. Because the minute I fight harder for you than you're fighting for yourself, there is no fight. Right? Thank you. Thanks, Diane. There's lots in my About section. Thank you, Ellie, very much. Thank you, Jen Wow. Lucinator, thank you for popping in. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for those super chats and for your donations to continue doing what we do out here. Happy Friday. Have a good weekend. Stay safe.